sometimes I really despair of Western women. Okay, if you are semi-conscious and some man has his wicked way with you, then that is rape. But I wonder how much of a contributory factor it is when a woman gets drunk. If it happens once and she doesn't know she's drinking something that's going to affect her, that's one thing. That's a tragedy. But look at this headline here. Sexual encounters, plural, I was too drunk to remember, could be considered rape, says Emily Atack. I don't know who this woman is. I've never heard of her before. But from what she's saying here, she has made a habit of getting drunk. And then considering that the men who took advantage of her after that were raping her. No, once might be considered a misfortune. Twice or more sounds to me more like carelessness. I'm Grannyopteryx. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. Emily Atack has said a number of her past drunken sexual encounters could be considered rape as she fronts a new campaign on consent. Okay, certainly a man should not take advantage of a woman who's not in possession of her mental faculties. But just look at the way this woman, looking so soulful and sad and big-eyed and all the rest of it. She looks very 60s, doesn't she? I'm not talking about her age, I'm talking about her look. Anyway, that's beside the point. She is not ashamed of frequently getting drunk and then waking up in the morning with a strange man in the bed next to her. The actress who starred in Dame Jilly Cooper's Rivals has become a central figure to the I'm Asking For It campaign, which aims to legally enshrine the need for active, voluntary and mutual consent before sex. Yeah, I'm all in favour of that. What I don't understand is why she thinks it's her right to get drunk to the extent that she is prey. I mean, look, if somebody went walking in a really bad area of town, loaded in diamonds and gold bracelets or whatever, and just wandering through town, you would expect the inevitable result, wouldn't you? And you might say, well, it's my right to walk through town loaded in jewels. Yeah, it may be. It reminds me of what my driving instructor told me, too many years ago for me to tell you now. But it was about right of way when you're driving. And he said, now, even if you have right of way, you should remember that maybe somebody else doesn't realise that. And then he said, I'm sure that there are many people lying 6 feet under right now with what should be carved on their gravestone, he had right of way. Yeah, a man should not take advantage of a woman who's 8 sheets to the wind. But why do you get drunk in the first place, young woman? There has to be some responsibility there. Speaking to Jamie Lang on the Great Company broadcast, Ms. Atack reflected on her own uncomfortable sexual encounters, including several occasions where she could not remember sleeping with someone. She said, I've woken up so many times and been like, I definitely didn't say yes to that. Adding, as a teenager, it was awful. And she doesn't seem even slightly ashamed of that behaviour. You know what? I simply don't understand it. I absolutely don't understand it. I mean, never mind not being, as I say, when you're young, you might make that mistake. You might miscalculate how much you're drinking and not know your limits. And so something awful might happen to you. Or you might just pass out in the street. But several times. Why? I mean, even just getting home is going to be a problem if you're semi-conscious. The 34-year-old said she now views her past encounters through a different lens and has spoken out against women being conditioned to normalise sex while too drunk to consent. I went through life thinking if you wake up after a night out and something has happened, but you don't really remember it, you just have to suck it up and get on with it, she said. No! You just have to not get drunk next time. What's the big thing about getting so paralytically drunk you don't remember what happened to you? What do you mean you're taught that it's normal? Who's teaching you this? It's not normal to get so drunk you don't know what's going on. It is not normal. What's the matter with you, woman? Shift focus from absence of no to presence of yet. Yeah, this isn't the point. Yes, if some man takes advantage, well, if someone takes advantage of you, whether you're a man or a woman, because you're too drunk, once, that's a terrible mistake. Twice, there's something up with you. More than twice, there is something seriously wrong with your moral universe. And the fact that this woman is not even ashamed of this. Just incredible. Just absolutely incredible. Okay, till next time. You can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.